All right, so according to my publishers, I'm the world's most followed productivity expert. And so, unsurprisingly, I'm completely obsessed with finding tiny habits I can add to my life that save me a huge amount of time. I've gone through my calendar, my routines, and honestly, my whole life to figure out all the small things I do that take less than about a minute each time, but that end up saving me a massive amount of time every single week. Habit 1. The very first thing I do every morning when I sit down at my desk is ask myself one simple question. What is today's adventure going to be? What this really means is, what is the single most important thing I need to get done today? This is incredibly helpful because it forces you to choose the one thing that really matters. And framing it as an adventure rather than just another boring task encourages you to approach it with a sense of play. We know from research that playfulness improves productivity, creativity, and overall well-being. Habit 2. Once you've identified your most important task, take 10 seconds to put it in your calendar. If it's not in the calendar, it doesn't get done. This is one of the most powerful productivity habits out there. You decide what matters most, then you actually block out time in your calendar to do it. Simple, but ridiculously effective. Habit 3. When that calendar block arrives, don't procrastinate. Start a focus timer. However you do it, having a visible timer does something magical to your brain. It keeps you on task and stops you from drifting into random activities that don't matter. Habit 4. When you're working on anything, put your phone face down and turn off notifications. Bonus points if you put your phone in a completely different room where you can't see it. There's research showing that just having your phone nearby creates background anxiety, like, what's happening on my phone? Am I missing something? The more distance you put between yourself and your phone while working, the more time you'll save. Habit 5. I keep my phone on Do Not Disturb at all times. You can allow exceptions. For me, if my wife calls, it comes through. If my mom, grandma, brother, or sister-in-law call, it comes through. But almost everything else gets blocked. This is powerful because every distraction creates something called attention residue, which makes it much harder to get back into deep focus. So keeping notifications off saves a ridiculous amount of time and mental energy. Habit 6. Block your most distracting apps after 9 p.m. There is absolutely no need to be scrolling Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube late at night. We all lose hours doing this. It ruins sleep, which kills energy the next day, which then destroys productivity. The more you use your phone at night, the less productive you'll be the next day. Blocking these apps saves hours every week. Habit 7. Do not have your phone near your bed. The only thing I'm allowed to touch after 9 to 6 p.m. is my Kindle. My phone charges across the room. My wife charges hers in a completely different room, so the phone doesn't even enter the bedroom. That's advanced mode. This massively improves sleep and therefore productivity. Habit 8. Learn keyboard shortcuts for everything you use on your computer. It's wild how much time people waste clicking around with a mouse. Whether it's Excel, Notion, Google Docs, Slack, or anything else, learning shortcuts for the things you do regularly takes less than a minute and saves huge amounts of time over years of computer use. Habit 9. Never use your mouse to open apps. Use your keyboard. Mac has Spotlight. Windows has the Windows key. My favorite app is Alfred. All of these let you control your computer with your keyboard. Every time you reach for your mouse, you're being slower than necessary. Over years, those seconds really add up. Habit 10. Use text expansion. Apps like Text Expander and Alfred, and even your phone's built-in text replacement, let you type short shortcuts that expand into full text. I use this for my email, address, phone number, and anything I type more than once. Instead of typing things manually, I type a shortcut and boom, it expands automatically. Habit 11. Use voice instead of typing. Most people speak faster than they type. Even though I type very fast, I still speak faster. Dictation saves loads of time. When I'm on the go, I use an app called VoicePal, which my team and I built. I use voice for drafting ideas, writing, and brainstorming. Habit 12. Capture everything you need to do immediately. This comes from Getting Things Done by David Allen. Whenever something pops into your head, write it down. I use Things 3 on my phone. This clears mental clutter, reduces stress, and saves tons of time because you're not trying to remember everything. Habit 13. Use WhatsApp lists to organize people. I use emojis for different groups: family, close friends, business contacts, team members, and students. This way, I can instantly see which messages actually need replies. It removes anxiety and prevents important messages from getting lost in hundreds of notifications. Habit 14. Listen to content at speed. People hate on this, but watching or listening at 1.5x, 2x, or even faster saves massive amounts of time, especially when learning. Start slow and train your brain. It's game-changing for books, podcasts, and educational videos. Habit 15. Double dip when possible. This means using different modalities at once, like listening to audiobooks while commuting. That's how I learned a huge amount about business while driving to work back in the day. Habit 16. Take walking Zoom calls. I aim for 10,000 steps a day. Most days, I have enough calls to hit that target while walking. I get sunlight, movement, better creativity, and fitness, all while working. Habit 17. Use a walking treadmill desk. On non-filming days, I walk while working. You can rack up thousands of steps per hour without even noticing. Habit 18. Use recurring calendar blocks. Date night with my wife is every Sunday evening. Recurring. Gym sessions, tennis lessons, team meetings. Recurring. This saves tons of time on coordination. Habit 19. Batch planning tasks. If I'm booking one date night, I'll book 3 or 4 in one go. Batching similar tasks saves time and mental energy and keeps my wife happy because things are planned in advance. Habit 20. Schedule important things at 8 a.m. Early commitments force you to sleep earlier. Sleeping earlier leads to more energy, better focus, and better productivity overall. Habit 21. Hire a cleaner. If you can outsource tasks you dislike for less than your hourly value, do it. This saves huge amounts of time and energy. Habit 22. Hire an executive assistant. I use Athena to manage emails, calendars, and admin. This is a massive leverage point for business owners. Final bonus habit. Find ways to enjoy what you're doing. This is the core idea behind feel-good productivity. When you enjoy tasks, you become more productive, creative, less stressed, and more energized. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.